yesterday when they're talking about halakha, the Jewish law, and I was taken by a spirit, and I have not listened at it, but it confused me very much. So I need to hear from the spirits to explain for me better what they want me to talk about when I go to the rabbi that they send me to. It have not been so good in my meeting with those people in Israel. They are going angry because today I understand that a woman should not say anything. I don't like this, what they are doing in some religions and tradition, that women is only for to bring children, and the man can tell the woman that he is allowed of God to have sex with them, and they only like be a breeding machine for those men. This is not God. That a spirit is already soon to come here and talk. I feel it. And I maybe trigger the spirit to come when I talking about this women to be slave under man. And it is not about the whole thing is not about black women, black people have come into other countries and become slaves. There is slaves today also. That I am not a feminist woman, but I see what's right or wrong things. I am not political, but it be like political because I see things that is not right, and because I have got more and more the eyes of God, so I see what's wrong, and this to excuse themselves to reproduce themselves. It's against God in that way, that it should not take advantage of a woman to make children with her and let her take everything. I have a friend that is from when I will become friend with her in the school when we were about 20 years old, and she have got 10 children now, and the whole time she's talking about her back, that she has so very hard with her back, and her legs are bad, and she go to a doctor and get the medicine and painkiller and all these kind of things. And I know that's what you get when your children is very nice, but that is not good for you to carry 10 children in you with everything that's going on in the body of a woman when she has so much children. And the man should work together with that woman in that way, that to not let her have so many kids. And I know when I was in Africa, they told me this about men that walking away from their women because the women doesn't want to have intimacy, sex with a man because she have hard with to be pregnant, to walk around pregnant and do their duties that they have to do in Africa. And so it's not that she don't want to have sex, but she don't want to carry children in her womb because of that. And many, not all men, but many men is proud and see like their manhood to create so many children. And it have to be work together on how many and take and let the body rest from pregnancy sometimes, and not every year be pregnant. Mostly every year my friend was, and that is not love from a man, that he can't work on this to not make so many babies. But they have done that in generations, and it's this proud of man that is not good. God wants you to work on it. The natural man is not good. The natural man wants to have sex the whole time, and the children, the kids they get from that woman they are married to, that is his proud, that I am man enough to could make so much babies. And I know that I met my friend when she had about 5 children. I have not met her in many years now, but she have about 5 children, and her husband complain about it and say that we only can look at each other and then she be pregnant, he say. But then it should not be accepted like that. They have to work on it together. There is so much protection, and it's, if you not are a Catholic or is crazy into to have lots of children to be proud of, to show up, then you should work on it, and it's not wrong to protect you before it happened that you be pregnant. That's not wrong, because you have not harm. As soon as it start to build up in your womb about a baby start to build up, then it's wrong to take it away. But protect you and prevent you to be pregnant, that is not wrong. And I know God is very angry about this, that like I see my daughter's church also do this, that put together young people because the pastor want to have a big church, and it's built up of related people's children, that they want to have as many children they can have for to build up the church, to showing up that they are right in God, and they have a big church, and then they got money from it also. That is so very wrong to do. And it I don't know why I start to talk about it. I remember I say that I wanted to trigger those spirits to come here and talking about this with the Jewish law. And after I have recording, I look at it, and they are not agree to it. It's very much different opinion of what is in the Jewish law. And so it is necessary that I get spirits to come and talk a little more about these halalic things. That's the Jewish law about who is Jewish, who are the Jewish. And it, for me, as a human, and also that I work under God and have experienced much under God, and have sometimes God's eyes with me, and there is a spirit coming here, and he say that to me that I should tell you about God's eyes, so they don't. He say that your listener don't understand this with God's eyes, and it started already when I was in United States and homeless. One time I was staying at the hotel because the pastor wanted to kill me. I have talked about it. If you have followed me all the episodes, you know that I have talked about this, about the pastor that wanted to kill me, and I have to call for the police, and the police come and help me out, and then I could stay at the hotel for 4 or 5 days, and then they left me at the hotel, and I understand. I am not angry at them, but they thought that I had a family in the United States, or I have friends in the United States, and that could come and help me after 4 or 5 days. They thought it was okay to do this to me, to let me stay in a hotel and then call my friends. And I didn't have any friends. But I was out looking for someone to help me. I was in the Salvation Army, but they didn't help me at all. They have never helped me. They have been evil to me. And so I come home when it was dark to the hotel, and it was glass around where he was sitting, and give the key to the room when we come back to the hotel. So I standing there, and I say I wanted to have the key for my room to the portiere. I don't know what it's called in English, but in Swedish it's portiere. Maybe it's the same in English. And I say I wanted a key to my room. And then he looked at me and he said that there is someone on the side of you that is with you, standing with you, he said to me. And I know it was no people there. He said there is eyes on the side of you, he say to me. And as I was standing in the front of glass, I look into the glass, and then I saw it was two eyes on the side of me that was rounded like a flat thing. No, a plate you eat on like that, rounded. And I saw it, and he saw it also. So that was the first time I saw that I have eyes with me. And then later on I was in a church and was preaching. I was standing in the pulpit and preaching. And I was looking at these people that was sitting and listen. And the musician was behind me and playing music sometimes. And then when I have preaching, one of the musicians, he came to me and said, I understood everything about my life. The eyes that you had on me told me about the truth about my life, and I am going to change it, he said to me. And I say, I have not turned around because they were up behind me. I was preaching and looking out at the audience. But he said to me, it was like you turn around and look at me with your eyes. So it was those eyes. And then I was in the school also when I was homeless. We should make GIED, the school. And of course I could speak so much English, so I needed to go to school to get the GID diploma. And when I was in the class, the teacher said that once to me. Why are you staring at me the whole time? She said to me. You look down in the book. You look at me the whole time, she said. And I was sitting and looking the book. But she said, your eyes is staring on me. She said, very angry. So that was the third time I heard about the eyes that is follow me. So sometimes the people could see that there is eyes follow me. And of course it have developed it the same thing also. And the Spirit is saying that to me now when I'm talking about this eyes, he say, is the eyes that we see it also. We are with you. And he say this, haven't I told you that we are going with you? And we have been that for a long time. Your whole life we have seen everything. We have heard, we have seen. And he say the judgment will be like that. It's not judgment now, but it will be. And I know some of those people that have hurt me they have got cancer, they have got illness, and they have been killed, many of them immediately. But not everyone. They are not going to be judged here in this life, but the afterlife, when they are coming to heaven, everyone is coming to heaven if they are not swept away immediately. So, like these people that I have tell you about, that have hurt me. That one, those the young man that stole my wallet and took all my money the money I should have to buy a flight ticket. He stole it from me, everything. But next time I saw him in the church next time, and he was in a wheelchair, so he got something on him and he looked at me, and I saw that his eyes was like, don't tell people about me, that he recognized me, and I was in his church. I was in the black church. God wanted me to go to African American churches, so I was the only white there in the church. And he come in a wheelchair, and he looked at me, first surprised, and then, oh, don't say what I have done to you, like that. But it was enough to see him there in the wheelchair and be ashamed over what he had done to me. That was enough for me. I am not worried about if those people that have hurt me will be judged in what way, positive or negative. It doesn't matter for me, because I'm here on earth to test people. That's what I do. So it doesn't matter. I was saying to God that I wanted to come down one more life on earth to help God, and I help him in that way, that I make God see what people are doing to me when I was poor and had nothing. What they did in that time, the churches I was to. Every day I was in 3-4 churches and asked to help me, but they never helped me. So only those few times that I have talking about already. So I have a spirit here that talking. So I was I'm going to ask him about this halikal, what it is, what it means with the Jewish law. I say to him, and how I should use it when I come to Jerusalem. And he's saying this fast answer that we are going with you, he say. And I you know that I have followers here on my podcast, and it have been less and less people that want to hear what you are saying, because I don't know. I don't know about people, but it can be that it's very hard for them to understand. So it must be more clear about Halikal. He is saying that we are the Halikal. And I understand it. I understand it when you say that. I understand that because it's not about me. It's about you in heaven, that you are already the law. It was very stupid of me to question about it. I should have known that. But it's good that you are coming here and telling me that you are the Halil Kal rules, the law, the Jewish law. You are the Jewish law. Of course. So stupid. But I am stupid because I'm only a human, and I didn't understood what you were talking about. I was confused when you took me in the spirit, and I was talking last time I was recording. I after I have closed it, I didn't understood it. What you were saying, that he say that those that hold the true halakha, this Jewish law, that hold it and know it from the past, not know nowadays, because they have changed the Jewish laws so much. And it is those fake Jewish that come with their fake papers, those that is not real Jewish. They have changed the rules to fit into their situation, their life, so they can be there in Israel, and you know, because you have seen how much money they get, because there is in the halakha the law, the Jewish law, that if you are returning Jewish, then you get much money, and every returning Jewish should have their own property. They should have a part of the land in Israel. And that's the problem when the Palestine want to be their own country, because then is it not so much land to give to this returning Jewish that say they are returning, and have those paper that can be fake, that they have made look like it's real, and they don't want to see DNA because that tells the truth about them. So this is what they are saying. They were not talking about the last episode. They were not talking about me doing a halakha. It was they are doing in heaven, the halakha, and they are going to make it come true. in that way that I am going to Jerusalem, and I go into the Shabbat houses and talk to them, and they are going to talk to these rabbi people about it. And in that way, I don't know, I say to them in my brain that I don't want to meet those Russian fake rabbi. But they say that they answer me that it was not me to say this, because if they want it to be a fake Russian, Ukraine rabbi coming and talk to me, then he's coming and talk to me. If it's someone that is true, real, Jewish, if it's this coming and talk to me, is it heaven that have sent him? It's not me. That I don't need to walk. What I'm going to do in Shabbat house is to go in there and standing there and not do on my own. I let heaven place people in front of me, and people that talk to me, that's their choices. And I have to be very careful, so I wait for heaven to tell me what to tell, and also that heaven let me know what I should do also. Everything. The only thing I can do on my own is to place me there. And then it must be heaven that tell me what to do. And I have to do it very slowly, so I have to wait for them to tell me what to do and what to say. So that's been very hard, because I'm quick in talking to people, and I should not do it in this time. And I don't know about this, about money that I have got from one person has given me support money for Israel. And if it was some of test on you people, and this person that have sent me money, I think I feel it like it's she that have sent me money, and it is. I have looked at it, and it's catastrophe. It says the whole time, and some I got the answer from God about it. God have talked to me about you and heaven, and you know I talked to you in one episode, but also that you are a negative person, and you think that placing the money is a curse for me to receive your money, and you are disappointed that nothing happened to me that is negative things. And I have talked about that before, that people that want people to pray for them, that is not good to ask people to pray for you, because you know that I'm good, but other people that you ask to pray for you can be the opposite. So their God is the devil. So they ask the devil to do bad things to these people instead of good things. So that's why you should always have your own relationship with God and ask God to help you and not ask other people to pray for you. I never ask for prayer from other people. Sometimes they say, I will pray for you. But I say, no, thank you. I can talk to God on my own. And this is what have happened with this money to come, that it should, you're asking for the money to be a catastrophic for me. And it will not happen. And the spirit here say it's doomed that you send the money in that way. You should send the money for good things and not negative things. And what it is that you're talking about yourself, the catastrophic in your life. That's why it doesn't hit me, because it's hit on you that saying this about bad things. And your mindset is on bad things when you should know it now. If you have listened at me, if you have followed me, you know I don't talk about bad things so much, because I don't want to place it in the mindset of my listener. So your mindset is toxic. So you need to clean it up. And I am helping you in my podcast to tell you what to do. When those evil thoughts coming into your mind, is it because you place in bad things in your mind by bringing in toxic? And the toxic can be alcoholic, it can be drugs, it can be because you have been raised of negative people, and that many people want bad things to happen to other people because bad things happen to them. And that is not what I'm working on. It's not the same thing that I am doing, because bad things have happened in my life, but I want you to be happy. I want you to be clean. And you that is sending money, I don't return your catastrophic thinking. I return your catastrophic thinking with good thinking. I see some flowers on a meadow, and it's a blue sky, and it's where you were once. You were once there, but bad people did bad things to you and toxic your mindset. And what I see in what is sending to me from heaven is that once when you were young you were abused, sexual abused of some boys or men in your life that have make the toxins in your mindset. And I'm going together with the spirit that touched me now, that we are going to set you free from that mindset to go and beat people before you be beaten, to hit people negative before you be hit negative. Those thinking is so very toxic, and we are going to release you from that now. That doesn't work. It doesn't make your life be better because you place bad things on other people. It doesn't work that. The heavenly law is not in that way. That what's come around goes around like that. It's people that doesn't know the heavenly laws. That there will be, if you can do that in temporary way to make a bad life for a person, but it will hit you in heaven. It will always hit you one day. If it's not here on earth, but when you're standing in the court, heavenly court, and you look down on your life, what's going on, it's gonna be that time when you were thinking, I place into her or his life bad things, so they are not going to go there and smiling and think life is so nice when it have not been to me. That doesn't work. You are going to maybe have a success for a short time here on earth, but you are not welcome if you stay in that way. You're not welcome to heaven in that way, and it's gonna be a fire for you in the heavenly court. That's the fire. The fire is not literally a fire. The fire is when they tell you what you have done here on earth, and they show you everything bad things you have done in your life, but also the good things. They are in balance in heaven, so we will see good things we have done, but the most embarrassing and those that still make it into heaven, they are embarrassing, and ask God to forgive them for what you have done, what we have done, because I also have done bad things in my life, and I ask for forgiveness because it was very bad, and it's embarrassing to see this, what have going on in your life, and nothing, you can't hide anything. Like Adam and Eve, they tried to hide, and God saw them anyway, and they were nude, and they didn't have anything to hide, because there is nothing to hide, because you can't hide behind anything. You're gonna be nude. You're standing in the court nude, not literally, but they know everything about you and what you have done. So please, for your own sake, don't try to place evil things on people to like a revenge, and you should not send back. If people have done bad things to you, you should not return the same thing. You should take it to God and not send it to people. You take it to God and say that it's not me to could handle this, but you in heaven, my ancestors, the highest one, if it's very, very bad, if you are in threatened for your life, you can place it to the highest one, but it's enough to place that to heaven and ask for protection angels to come down and protect you from harm. And there is a hierarchy in heaven, so the angels that is close to earth, you can ask them. You always have to ask God first, but God will send you those angels, and those highest angels is the archangel, and that is very, very important that you know that you should not call for them if you are not very, very much in dangerous, because they can be angry at you to send them when they need in other places to be. So that's really when it was I got the archangels coming down to me when I was in the hospital, and the doctor and the nurse have given up on me to could live, and I wake up in the night and there was 4 angels, archangels, standing in the room, and they make me be okay and could leave the hospital after 2-3 days. When it was that night, on Christmas night, I have talking about this in my podcast, that they couldn't treat me because I was so infected in my whole body. So I have fever that was too much fever to could handle for the body, and they left me there, nurse and doctor, and they were waiting for me to die on Christmas Day. But I didn't, because the archangel come to the room, and next day when the doctor come and the nurse come to see me dead, the fever was gone, the inflammation was gone from my body, and I come back home after 2 days, and I have been laying there in the hospital for maybe 2 weeks, and it go worse and worse and worse and worse, and then the doctor give up. But God didn't give up on me. I come back, and so that is really in the end of the hierarchy, in the top there. It's just before really God come, and like me, and when I was a baby I was laying in that house for dead people, and I was dead, but God come and shining on me and heal me, and I wake up and live again, and that is the strongest. So first you should ask those you have protecting angels in your life, and you have to ask them to come and help you, because you understand that you can't deal with it. It's a spirit things that happen to you in your life, and that's you need extra help, and that's from the protection angels you have placed in your life, but you need to recognize them, to tell them that I know that you are stronger than me, so you can help me in this situation. And you should not talking about people that you take a revenge on them, because then you are more evil than what they are when you turn around and give them back what they have done to you. That be more evil. They were evil, but you were more evil because you couldn't deal with it and take the spirit things on it. No, you give it away back to them. So I just saying, and I thank you, the Spirit. He have told me about. He told me about what I wanted to know about in this recording, that it's they in heaven that is the Jewish law. So I don't need to deal with it. They are going to show it and tell me that in Jerusalem, when I am in the Shabbat organization, that is going to be very hard for me. I know that. I have been in Israel before and met Orthodox Jewish. So thank you. Oh, the Spirit, if you heard it, the Spirit went out from me now. So I thank you, the spirits to come, and we're talking. And I thank you for listening, and I hope you understand what was saying, especially from the Spirit. He told me the real truth, and I understood it. Thank you, and God bless you.